One supermarket group can move the price of milk for 50 million people. That is not a shelf decision, that is policy by barcode. When a chain raises a price, inflation reacts. When a chain shifts a truck route, a farmer feels it. So how did a grocery store, something we visit casually every week, become one of the most powerful institutions in modern economic life? Chapter 1. Big Picture. Supermarkets are infrastructure. Supermarkets look simple. Aisles, carts, a weekly routine. But underneath sits a national machine connecting food, freight, finance, and politics. Chains decide what millions will eat this week, which farmers survive, how inflation shows up in your basket. A supermarket is not just a store. It is a marketplace for products, a logistics grid for millions of boxes, a data refinery for human behavior. Every scan at checkout feeds an algorithm, forecasting demand, setting orders, nudging prices. Planograms, the shelf maps, tell brands where they stand, literally. Private labels fill gaps and strengthen bargaining power. On a national scale, a chain is a network of distribution centers, trucks, time windows, and rules. Miss a delivery window? You pay a fine? Send a pallet with the wrong labels? Another fine? Rules feel like law because the chain sets them, and suppliers must obey. Supermarkets also shape public norms. Package sizes, sugar placement, healthy, icons, loyalty rewards. These are quiet decisions with real public health consequences. They may look like stores. In reality, they are economic infrastructure. Chapter 2. Why Mega Retail Took Over. Mega Retail rose on two pillars: standardization plus scale. Barcodes made every item scannable. Scanning made every sale traceable. Traceability made forecasting possible. Forecasting made inventory cheaper. Cheap inventory enabled nationwide networks. Then real estate joined the game. Big boxes near highways, easy parking, one-stop shopping. One drive, one basket, full loyalty. Scale delivered the rest. National contracts, better terms from suppliers, lower prices to attract shoppers, huge order volumes to keep margins steady. Data became a moat. Loyalty cards linked identity to habits. Apps stitched coupons to behavior. Chains learned how to seed habits and measure the lift. Private labels became a second moat. Copy the leading brand. Cut the price. Capture the trust. The store becomes the brand. The top 10 global retailers move over $1 trillion in annual sales. That is not retail. That is food infrastructure. Margins are thin per unit but massive in volume. Low prices bring traffic. Traffic funds the distribution grid. That grid protects dominance. Chapter 3. The supply chain power of retail chains. Imagine an airport control tower. Now replace planes with pallets. That is a modern grocery distribution center. Trucks hit gates within 5-minute windows. Pallets move instantly from inbound to cross-dock to outbound. Conveyors move cases like luggage. A single delay can ripple for hours. Suppliers must obey strict rules. Deliver at precise times, stack pallets perfectly, use exact formats and labels. Miss anything and you pay a fee. Perfect compliance becomes survival. Category management adds more power. Some suppliers become category captains. They design the shelf layout for the entire section. Smaller brands survive only where the captain's plan allows. Forecasting algorithms run on rolling histories. Heat moves ice cream, rain moves beer, payday moves meat. A large distribution center can move 100,000 plus cases per day, several times that in peak season. Payment terms shape the farm gate. Chains take delivery now, pay weeks or months later. They demand promotional budgets before a single unit sells. Small producers either accept or lose the aisle. If a brand rejects a price negotiation, the chain can replace it with private label. Chapter 4. How chains shape prices and behavior. Prices are not numbers. Prices are architecture. Every basket has anchors, milk, bread, eggs. Chains often keep anchor prices low to appear fair and recover margins elsewhere. End caps act like stages. Walk past sugar first. Greens at the back. Walk more, buy more. Portion size is policy too. Shrink the pack, hold the price, rename the size. Not illegal, just design. Zone pricing divides a single city into micro-markets. 2 stores, 2 miles apart, different prices on the same day. Apps personalize the nudge. You buy pasta? Here's sauce. Buy both? Unlock a bakery reward. It feels like kindness. It is basket math. Price pass-through drives inflation. When fuel rises, freight rises. When freight rises, warehouse costs rise. And when warehouse costs rise, the chain adjusts its zone files. You pay earlier than you expect. The deeper power is habit. Breakfast sets, lunch sets, treat routines. If the store defines the set, it defines the week. Over years, diet follows design. Chapter 5. Political power in plain sight. Why are supermarkets politically powerful? Because they sit between voters and dinner. They're essential. When storms hit, people rush to them first. When shelves empty, news cameras arrive. No politician wants that photo. Supermarkets bring jobs, property taxes, logistics hubs, local investment. So officials listen. They negotiate zoning, truck routes, opening hours. They influence sugar taxes, packaging rules, card swipe fees, labor policy. They are not noisy lobbyists, just persistent. During price spikes, governments ask chains to help. Hold prices. Freeze a basket of basics. Chains trade cooperation for goodwill, or for approvals elsewhere. Data is another bargaining chip. Chains know what households buy in near real time. This becomes leverage in public health debates. Sometimes helpful, sometimes self-serving. When farmers protest, chains stand in the crossfire. Farm gate prices look low. Retail prices look high. Chains point to freight, shrinkage, labor. Farmers point to costs. Politicians look for quick fixes. But they rarely tackle the core: concentration, logistics costs, and long payment terms. Supermarkets are not just market actors. They are political actors. Supermarkets sell groceries. But they also sell access, habits, and time. They buy influence. They shape prices, diets, and even inflation, quietly, every week. Mega retail is not just a store. It is a system, part utility, part private empire. If supermarkets act like mini governments, we should learn to read their laws, planograms, apps, delivery windows, with the same care we read real ones. Stay curious, stay sharp.